guitar if you really wanted to work right.
Sugar would know. Yes. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Initiative Order, and welcome to Vault. This is a Fallout RPG set in the Texas Commonwealth in 2177. We do use the Fallout 2D20 system by Modifius. My name is April Hill. I am the overseer for this campaign. You can catch us here on the Initiative Order every Monday night. I know we've been on hiatus a little bit, holidays and all that and festivities and whatnot. Every Monday, usually every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Let's see, before we get into tonight's game, let's dig into some announcements real quick. Of course, we've got our wonderful sponsors that we want to thank, like Session Zero Clothing. They make D&D inspired streetwear. You can use the code ORDER at checkout for 15% off. Norse Foundry, that are artisan dice makers, and you can use the code TIO15 at checkout for 15% off. Roaming Player Gear by our own GotDM, and you can use the code Carnaby20 for 20% off the Dice Tower Tray combo set. We've also got Mithril Armory that make the beautiful Tenhedrals that are foldable metal dice puzzles. Of course, they also have the cool little gecko dice that dice that they just came out with, some really cool dice boxes, and they do have some really cool D&D inspired clothing lines and whatnot, so you can go check out them. We also are sponsored by Umbral Oculus. Taryn, I think you have a little bit to tell us about some stuff coming up with that.
Yeah, so officially Umbral Oculus, the relics from beyond the veil, crafted by Eldritch Entity, aka Cat Person. I am officially sponsoring the Initiative Order now, and I will be offering monthly giveaways of D20s, 2D10, all the things, so pay attention to all the socials for all of those. I have a shop update coming soon, which the Initiative Order, there will be a unique code for the Initiative Order for 10% off of your purchases there. And yeah, so I have a giveaway starting tomorrow, so you definitely want to go follow UO_dice for your chance to enter that one for the week leading into the shop update.
Yeah. And if you like what we do here, we do appreciate bits and subs. That goes, all of that goes towards us making wonderful streams, getting stuff that we need to create more content. And we do, once the funds build up, we do donate that to wonderful causes. We do multiple charities on here, and we are ambassadors for Jaspers Game Day. And if you love the cast of Vault and you want to throw some dollars our way, you can do so by tipping us through our Ko-Fi. You can find the link below. I can also drop it in chat. And all right, so let's meet tonight's players. Of course, you do see we do have somebody new, well, kind of new, somebody who has been on one of our origin stories that we're excited to have back. So we'll go ahead and start with Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue James, slinger of guns. Nope. I was trying to steal Marcus's line. Okay, anyways, he's a bounty hunter. But my name's Taryn Hackett. I'm also known as Val Rook across the socials, so you can follow me at Val Rook, as well as UO_dice for specifically my dice works. General creative human and tabletop performer, as well as a GM here on the Initiative Order on every other Sunday, returning in February, Far Realms, where I mentally torture some of my favorite people in the world and make them question their reality, because why not? And every other Tuesday, I'm over on the Red Hair Inn on DM Screenings game, the Ecriom Expeditions, where I play a little cinnamon roll. And she's a sweet baby, and she also tortures all of her friends, because that's just who I am. But yeah, that's me. That's what I do. I got cool stuff coming up later this year too, so you want to pay attention for all the social stuff.
I'm very excited about that other stuff. Well, I'm excited about all the stuff.
I've got some cool stuff happening. Eventually.
Yes. Okay, Marcus Cole.
Slinger.
My name is Justin, and I do play Mr. Marcus Cole, the slinger of guns. And I just have one thing to say. How about them Cowboys?
Who?
The ones that you were
Please roll
trying
a
to
death saving throw.
There are no death saving throws involved, though. Like
I'm
in Fallout.
kidding.
You just die.
I wish Warlock was watching. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yes. And Tipper, Alicia Marie.
Hey everybody, I'm Alicia Marie Body on socials. I'm a fitness type costume maker and RPG performing artist. Someone wrote that in their bio and I was like, I'm so stealing that. That sounds so good. RPG performing artist sounds really good. We're gonna use that. Tonight's stream and for this campaign, of course, I play Tipper. She is a homebrew sort of robotic android because she's not necessarily their Miss Handy unit that goes with the system. So she's the one character that we homebrew because we took her from the original vault that we had on D&D, where she's an artificer. So she has a bunch of things she does that aren't normal, but she's very cool. She's one of my favorite characters to play. I forgot what else. Oh, we mentioning what else. Coming up, I have lots of RPG stuff next week. My champion of the realms bracket game against Debran Wall 1v1 is next Wednesday. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. So that's next Wednesday, 5:00 on Realm Smith TV. But that's so far.
That's gonna be so awesome. And who was it this week? So Wednesday.
This week is Satine, Phoenix, and Critical Bard.
And Critical
That's right.
Bard.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, buddies.
I can't wait.
I mean, I know how sad I
It's so funny. We are like old hat at the whole PvP thing. So
This is nothing new. It's fine.
Wait, you did, what's
I have
the?
confidence that Alicia will crush.
I mean, I have drank out of that coffee cup, so I don't know. I mean, I have.
Yeah, you stole my coffee mug. The champion's coffee mug. Oh. All right, Sugar Cyrus.
Hey.
Oh, hey, what can I say? It's Jay Casual. You can find me on all social media at Just2Casual and Casual Creativity over on Twitch, variety streamer, professional storyteller, and your favorite form of entertainment that you'll ever find from this life or the next. That's my way of saying I'm better than the Eldritch Entity. Fight me about it. I'm also a player on the Far Realms for most of the time, getting my mind blown in many ways that I'm not happy about. I'm also on Ekrim Expeditions, being not a cinnamon roll and just being a dark and brooding version of Madara in a fantasy world. But also got a few more products coming up, such as those who are fans of Kingdom Hearts know that it's Disney meets Final Fantasy, and I will be getting the chance to play one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters in a Kingdom Hearts experience, but also apparently a musicality. Stay tuned on my social medias for all that beautiful stuff where I go beyond and eject my way into an experience you can't wait to miss. I also am playing, Sugar Cyrus, the rockstar ghoul of the wasteland, bringing love in every way that I can, from music and other ways that I can twiddle my fingers, if you will. By that, I mean pickpocketing, very specific pockets.
Mm-hmm.
When have you ever pickpocketed?
Winky face.
When I was in my pocket.
Whittling.
Yeah, it's a special form of pickpocketing.
What kind of pocket are you talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, that kind of pocket. Okay. Sorry. All right. And of course, our special guest returning. We've got Ashley Quintana.
Yeah, I'm Beth the Bard. I guess I do stuff too. I didn't think about my intro. Oh no. Okay. So I am the author of She is the Ancient, a gender-bent Curse of Strahd guidebook on DM's Guild, and a professional dungeon master other than that. And I do other stuff, but I forgot what all of it is. So yeah, you can find me on Twitter at It's Beth the Bard, and I am playing Ashley tonight. She's like, she was here. Okay, hi. Yep, that's it. I'm playing Ashley.
Not everybody's as rehearsed as some of us.
Yes,
fantastic. What can I say?
You're just mad that I have a perfect line of "Hey Jay."
He practices it in the mirror.
First
before
off-
I
everything.
absolutely
Yeah,
agree
I
with that.
do. I'm not even gonna front. You can't be this perfect without practice.
Yeah, you are the least casual person I know. Anyways, let's go for it.
Right?
Good. That's good. Okay. So everybody grab a drink. Oh, I forgot my flask. You'll see my flask next episode. I have a new Fallout flask and I love it so much. I got it for the Christmases. So grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a friend, and everybody, let's get wasted.
So hard to get it out after what?
Oh my god.
all the,
All right,
all
I was talking about playing pool.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
All right. So last time on Vault, we found the Wastelanders taking a break after driving out and defeating the leader of the Rattlesnake Raiders in Matador. They let all of the good ones go. The Rattlesnake Raiders who did, yes, the good ones, as far as you know, they let all of them go that did not want to be part of the Raider life, that they just got sucked in, that were a part of them for safety and comfort. Most of them were children, women, and the like, but they did end up letting them go after Marcus had a little discussion with Big John that ended with Big John dying. And then the rest of the after this, the group had a little bit of downtime. There were a lot of conversations, some knocking of boots. It was a good time. It was a good restful moment and joy for the Wastelanders that they have not had in quite some time. There's been a lot of of drama and a lot going on the past several days for them. Why is my chat gone? Didn't go down, did we? No. Then after the morning came, they decided to set out to go find good old Charlie, who they found out is potentially, most likely, still alive. Peggy had left him for dead, burnt to a crisp outside her burnt down family's home. Another revelation happened during their restful night. They found out that Marcus's best friend and mentor, well, they had come across this house right after Peggy had left it and it had burnt down. Turns out Charlie wasn't quite dead, and Marcus's best friend, Gordon, he gave good old Charlie a stim pack and brought him back.
Wow.
Saffron knew who this was.
Yep.
Saffron had had dealings with Charlie and the Cowboys. she ends up taking him back, getting him some medical aid. Marcus and Gordon were none the wiser. Nor was Peggy. Peggy thought he was dead. Well, after they found Saffron and, well, they ended her life. But not before she told Peggy, guess what? He's alive, very much so, in Dallas. So now they're on their way to see if they can find him and get this marriage annulled. That's where we left off. That's where we left off. We are currently on the road, to Dallas.
Go
Supposedly.
get a divorce.
To get into yeah.
Forceful divorce.
In the most severe of ways.
Well, no, you're getting a divorce. It's called a divorce of life.
Exactly. Also, by the way, I swear this is the last time I'm going to bring this up, you guys. But I swear to God, after all of this, we do have to make that.
Not about your
trip 'cause
fucking gun. It's about your fucking gun.
I need my damn gun back.
No.
We don't talk about it anymore.
So Peggy, Marcus, Tipper, Sugar, and Ash are on the road to Dallas. Is there anything in particular you would be doing on the road, talking about, anything like that?
Oh yeah. So while they're going, Peggy's gonna bring that up again, and it's eventually gonna be. But think about how fucking cool I'll look if I got 2 rifles walking into battle. People will trip balls.
Not even gonna deal with that.
I'm just saying, it's a lot cooler. I mean, I'm not getting rid of this gun, but I'm definitely getting the other one back.
Nope.
Marcus will purposely not say anything. Just try to tune it out.
Just like you were trying to tune out what was going on last night.
Oh yeah,
Knocking
Peggy's in a
boot.
great fucking mood today. She's just like, carefree.
I have a perk for that, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Have you ever shot 2 guns at the same time, Peggy?
Yes. Yes, I have.
It's too close to what we were just talking about.
More of that.
Yeah. 2 guns, same time. Sorry.
Needless to say, yes, I have. And I intend to make sure, so long as Marcus does not revive him, I will be shooting Charlie in the face twice.
I didn't revive him the first time.
Well, I mean, he was on fire. I thought that was...
He was not on fire when I met the man.
Well, that's somebody else's fault. Needless to say, okay. So long story short, I ended up dousing him in a bunch of that tequila and I lit his ass on fire. After to be fair, I did shoot him through like his back, but then the stupid sumbitch, all he could say was, I underestimated you. Yeah, no.
How the heck did he live through that? A stim pack was able to fix that?
Well, I doubt it's fixed. I'm sure he looks he's not so pretty no more. I'm sure.
Was he charming?
Yep. Sadly.
Like I said back there, I'm convinced he's probably not stupid because I know Peggy wouldn't marry a dummy. So I know for a fact that if he's still alive and can move, that
I don't
he's
know
looking
that
for you,
that's-
Peggy. He's
I don't
looking
know.
for you.
I don't know if that's true, but
Hey, now
Was that
I might have
what
been
we call
young and
shade?
dumb. Yes, that's exactly what that is. I might have been young and dumb. But he was smart enough to fool not just me, but my whole family. And my daddy always said to worry about musicians.
Oh, good thing I don't meet the quota. I'm an artiste that use a guitar. Quite different.
Is there actually a guitar in that case? I usually see you pulling everything out of that case, Sugar.
Yeah.
There's a lot in that case.
My guitar is in the spare compartment. That way it doesn't get mixed with any of the junk.
Where did the cheese come from last time? Didn't that come from somewhere? Was that in the guitar case?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was where that came from.
I keep it fresh in the case.
Didn't smell too fresh.
Yeah, I think fresh is a relative term.
In terms of Wasteland, it's as fresh as it'll get.
Which means semi-fresh.
It's better
Tried?
than rotten.
We're having this conversation as we're walking.
It's
Is that how we're getting there walking?
How else
Okay.
will we get there?
Didn't we get on a bus at one point? No, that bus wasn't moving though, was it?
That was
not
stationary.
moving. That was not moving.
It was very stationary.
Oh crap.
We have never been in a moving vehicle.
No.
At least not a vehicle that can still move.
Because I do distinctly remember being on a bus.
Do you have
And then I
room for
got-
Marcus in your sack? 'Cause maybe I could get a ride. Get a ride in the sack.
Marcus, you really have to thicken up them legs. I mean, you're looking a little like you skipped leg day.
I always skip leg day.
He skips it for hair day.
Ash,
Yeah, but-
Ash will look at Marcus. Yeah, you definitely look like you skipped leg day.
I just said that, yeah.
Yeah,
We're all in agreement. Marcus.
yeah. I could help you out with that if you're helping me with the gun stuff and the shooting. I could help you out in the muscles department.
I don't know what you're referring
Great.
to, Ash.
It's not a
I'm not
secret.
Nothing.
I'm not sure
There-
what gun thing
nothing.
you're referring to.
Yeah, clearly. Anyway.
You know,
When I find ammo and then I give it to you,
That gun thing.
that
Sure.
that
Well,
thing.
perhaps we can discuss it over a vigorous hair washing.
Peggy will lean over to Sugar. Yeah, that gun thing, that's not what it sounds like. They're actually serious about. It's not an innuendo.
No,
Fucking
no.
boring.
They talking about actual guns. They're not
Yeah,
starting off any shotguns or anything.
they're not going to church.
They are not. No. Otherwise, Marcus would not be walking.
Peggy will just start laughing out loud.
He might walk with a
Probably.
limp.
Probably true.
Death by snoo snoo.
Uh,
That's exactly what it's like.
So as you continue on, you do know that you have to kind of skirt up to the north because there's some highly irradiated areas where a direct site was around the former Abilene area. So you are skating up closer to the north on your way to Dallas. And after several hours of walking, you start to hear it's not you still have a few hours of daylight left, but off in the distance you can hear the sound of music playing on the wind, just very faint. Sugar, you're the first person to really pick this up. It's familiar music that you yourself helped write. You know that melody by heart.
Is it any published melody or a private melody? That's the key.
This one would be published. It would be a recording playing.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like it's live music. It does sound like it's a recorded music it's playing.
Is it a song that's reminiscent of off the album from that vinyl I broke?
Maybe not that one.
Okay.
Maybe one that's not that one.
Anyone else hear that?
Do we hear it, April?
Yeah,
Or just
it sounds like
You definitely hear it. Yeah.
okay?
sounds like a old record my daddy used to play.
You know this song?
Vaguely, it kind of broke when I was kind of younger. My sisters, they played it with frisbee. They're like
Like,
4.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. So after that, we only had about 3 records, and after a while, you kind of quit playing records.
I know this song. But Rocket's not doing his radio. He should still be on his way to Arizona.
Inside check. What do you mean? So you used to have that record too?
I mean, it's one way to put it.
Was that from?
If it's what I think it is, yeah.
Do you want to go check it out?
I feel like I shouldn't.
You feel like you shouldn't? You guys are spending a lot of time talking about this song. We shouldn't investigate.
I'm just saying.
Every time those songs get played, it leads to bad news.
You're right. Let's head the other way.
I was like,
Okay.
no.
We gotta go this way anyways. We don't have to poke around if you don't want to, but I mean,
We'll just see what we find and we'll work from there.
are you gonna be okay?
Just can we agree on one thing though? Let's not immediately kill any children.
Okay, let me throw
Can
this
we-
out there.
can we-
You're
can we
the
just-
one
can we-
shooting
can we agree on
innocent
that?
people.
I don't
You're
know
the
what
one
you're referring
shooting
to.
people.
I don't
Don't
know
you
what
come
you're
at me with that
referring to.
crap. You
I
just
didn't
shot
say
some
I didn't
poor
say
old
you.
guy.
I didn't say you. I just said can we agree on that? That seems like
But
a
we
normal
all know
thing
what
to
we're
agree
talking
on.
about. I feel like this
That's
argument's
like an
been going on for
understood
weeks.
statement.
I would
Like-
think so. I just wanted to go ahead and have it said. If we could just all agree on that in principle, I think I'd feel much more comfortable heading in.
I'm not gonna kill.
I noticed no one else is jumping in to agree to this, which has me somewhat concerned.
I'm not gonna kill any
Marcus, shut
children.
the hell up.
I'm
Nobody's
certainly
killing
not.
kids.
Ash, you were there as well as I was. And
Hey, Marcus, you still have a
you
little
were
bit of
rather
that
disturbed
penis
as
on
well.
the side of your face. Is Peggy looking at you walking?
Yeah.
It's gonna be there. I'm probably for a few more days, asshole.
Not to mention the back of the neck. What was it? The kick me on the back of the neck.
I don't think he ever saw that.
Luckily, I have long hair.
Yep.
And
Every now and again, when the wind blows, there's just like
Ash just
Make a pair of
randomly
scissors.
picks her food up and pushes you a little bit.
we have an inside joke going the whole way. Just like Marcus keeps getting kicked, and he's just like, "What the?"
It was a rad roach. It was crawling up the back of your leg.
I'm gonna walk in the rear. Fucking assholes.
I want to make a point. Sugar is doing no kicking, so it was a rude insult.
Just gonna say again, I'm a little disturbed that no one agreed to this rather
I
simple
told you,
request.
I agree to not kill. I am not going to kill you, you son of a.
All right. Well, we'll
Stop,
see.
stop.
Actions do speak louder than words.
I'm gonna shoot you if you don't fucking stop. Do you like
I've
where
never
your
known
toes?
Marcus to
Because-
speak this much shit before any encounter.
Marcus, did you refill your vodka supplies? That was going on here.
As a matter of fact, I did, but that's neither here nor there.
Then why are you so pissy?
I'm not pissy. I'm just bringing. Well,
Because
one,
we drew on his face and stuff.
I may be a
He hasn't
little
let it go.
pissy. I may be a little pissy about that. Yes. However, the
I don't know
killing
what
of
you're talking
the killing of Timmy was still grates
Who?
on me a little bit.
I don't remember that at all. I don't remember shit.
Was it collateral damage though? Let's all assess
No,
this.
it's
scene.
just it was.
It
you
was
just
not
went to sleep.
collateral
Went to sleep.
damage.
So as you continue on and you get further, you get closer to the sound of the music that's coming in lightly on the wind. You do see that there is a settlement of sorts, just a little ways off in the distance. It doesn't look like what you would think a raider camp would look like. It does have some fortifications around it. It does look like an established settlement. You are getting closer to Dallas, and there are these little satellite settlements that are. Oh wow, we just got raided. Thank you so much for the raid. Lawful Stupid, thank you so much for the raid. Hi, friends. We've got lots of friends coming in from Lawful Stupid. We really appreciate the raid. Of course, we are playing Fallout, so welcome. If you're fans of Fallout the RPG, or if you're just fans of post-apocalyptic scenarios, that's what we're doing here. So sit back and enjoy. We appreciate the raid. All right, so like I said, this settlement doesn't appear to be a raider settlement. It just appears to be a nice, well-established settlement that's got some fortifications around it, as it is next to a large, a pre-war city. This is the town. If you look on the map, this would be known before the bombs fell. This town would have been called Sunset, Texas. And as you approach and you get closer, it's a real place. As you approach and you get closer, you see old band memorabilia. Some of it belonging to the paper mache hearts, old posters, tour posters, photographs. Some that aren't from paper mache hearts, but most of which is, that are on some of the billboards that are now made into barricades around this settlement. You get closer and you start to come into the settlement. There is a very large statue in the middle of this settlement, with 4 people that are erected with this statue. It's a little rugged, it's rough around the edges, but you can just make out 4 bandmates. Sugar, you're looking closer at it. One of these is you. Child in the settlement sees you all walking up.
I'd like to put on a mask as we're entering, if possible. A hockey mask in my pack.
Okay. All right. If you're gonna put on a mask, go for it.
Yeah, I'm putting on a hockey mask.
Incognito, I get it. The hockey mask will definitely.
Oh, 4 people erected. Thanks, NPC voices.
What you're going for?
Josh.
Is this a new
Can I
thing
help
you're-
you?
I was just wondering, is this the new thing you're trying? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that?
No.
Are you trying to pull a pawn?
Is
Pawn
that
used to do that disguise thing.
Oh my, that is. I recognize that album cover.
You do not.
Tipper's going to say loudly, "This statue looks exactly like you, Sugar."
God damn it, Tipper!
Who's Sugar?
Uh,
I don't know anybody named that.
You can hear the music. You can hear the music that's been playing over the speakers of the settlement. And you all recognize the voice, the lead vocals in this music. That's the sweet, sweet vocals of one Sugar Cyrus.
We should keep going.
oh,
Why?
yeah, I think we definitely
How
should
could you
stay
not?
here.
Is that
It's not often you go to a town, you find a statue of yourself.
Sugar?
It is often, and that's the
I
problem.
used to.
Oh, that's something you've come
I
across before.
grew up with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what? It's no big deal. Let's keep going. And Peggy's like kind of like doing like the look away, like
That was
like,
before
dots are connecting.
things happened, and obviously the changes.
Yeah. I mean, I figured as much. That's like 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there a reason you don't? Is it because of that we kind of talked about that you don't talk about? Okay.
Yeah.
I figured. Mm-hmm.
Most people don't draw the connection of me now from that, but it's just not worth dealing. Besides, people who know this version of me And confirming, is the statue of Calvin or is it of Sugar?
Oh no, it's Calvin. It's
Okay,
Calvin.
yeah.
You also see Ashley and Mark and Victoria. It's very crude, but
Yeah.
the faces almost look like they were made from
Distinct.
paper mache.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The faces themselves were made from paper mache. They look like they were fresh. But
Yeah,
but the rest of it's plastered and stuff, so that it's very rough, but you can tell.
Yeah.
And there are people in this settlement, right? There are people.
Oh
in
yes,
there.
there are people, and yes, Sugar of course is starting to hide their face. But as you're talking and stuff, there is a child that runs up. Hey, are you one of those? And it kind of runs up to Sugar. Are you one of those people that dresses up in costumes to look like other people? Yours is really good. I've never seen somebody that had the perfect jacket of Calvin Harris. It looks really good.
Oh,
He's a
thank
big
you.
fan.
Yeah, big fan.
Remember the agreement.
Nobody shot him,
Marcus.
Marcus.
I'm just reminding them.
Unless,
No,
of
listen up.
course.
Okay, you see this right here? That's why you don't drink, because you start sounding like this crazy guy. You got me? You remember that?
Hey, Miss Ashley, you need to come and see this. You need to come see. This looks exactly like Calvin's jacket. It's so cool.
It sounds like a little kid.
You see me kind of walking over. I've got like a toddler on one hip, and I've got like a very much smaller, like almost baby in the other arm. They both got like he's like black curly cute like spiral hair. And I'm just kind of like coming over like okay, can we help you? Just come away from. You're not supposed to talk to strangers.
Oh, but Miss Ashley, look at their jacket. It looks just like it.
Peggy will her hand will shoot over and just slap Sugar in the arm. In kind of. Did you say? You did say.
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
Wait a minute.
It can't be.
Ma'am. Pardon my nosing. I can see you got your hands full. What did you say your name was again?
I'm Ashley.
And as she approaches and comes closer, Sugar, you see some familiar features. The children that she's holding in her arms, you can see some very familiar features. You see your nose in one child. You see your hair on another. You can see Ashley's bright, beautiful smile that you loved so much on another. You start looking around and you see bits and pieces and all of the people here in the settlement. And you can look as this woman approaches in her eyes, and although her skin has withered and changed, you see her as she approaches and you can see her eyes. And those eyes you have gazed in for hours on end before. You could never forget those eyes.
Sorry to be so, my manners. Ashley, your name, yeah?
Yeah, and you with the hockey mask are.
Peggy is jaw drop.
Yeah, looking at the babies.
Yo soy Sugar. Tú eres mi corazón, and we'll remove the mask. Tú eres mi amor.
actually just kind of sets down the toddlers. Like the one can sit, so sets it on its butt, and Calvin?
100 years and I haven't heard that name. Last time I officially heard that name, we had to get ready for sound testing. Gets closer.
You're dead. You don't get to, I don't know. You know what? Honestly, I don't know who you are, but no. And I go to like pick up one of the toddlers.
We walk all across the day and wonder when it ends. We wander across the night. Forever we will be such friends and shine across the night.
Moment.
I think it might have dropped. I think.
Yeah, we dropped.
We did.
Mhm.
No, that was like such a big. Oh no.
Yeah.
Big moment. No freaking way. Why are we dropping?
Yeah. Yeah.
The internet doesn't do this until this time of day. All of a sudden, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was like,
Because
shit.
everybody's in their bathroom.
Crap.
Oh, I mean, sure. I mean, Beth giggled. I'm sure she got the joke I was making, right? Anybody? Everyone's in their bathroom. Everyone's home from
I'm,
work.
like,
They're all
direct-
stressed, trying to get
Okay,
back.
we're back.
Everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn it. We're in the middle of a moment.
I know. So sorry, everybody. Ugh, we're back. I don't know what's going on with my internet.
It's all right.
Ugh.
Now, I hate to interrupt.
If y'all would like to, I'm not exactly sure where we dropped.
I hate to interrupt this thing, but there are a lot of people staring at y'all right now, and I'm a big proponent of privacy for 100-year-long reunions. Do you have somewhere we cannot get stared at by all of these children?
Ashley, you would have a house, being the matriarch of the town. So you would have a house.
Yes, I have a house. You can tell she doesn't even know like what words are anymore. She's just kind of like dissociating completely.
Okay.
I have a home. You are welcome to come to my home, and we should talk.
Timber reaches out and takes the toddler from Ashley and like looks at it in the face, and it's like looks like a miniature Sugar, and she's like,
that's Renee. That's your great granddaughter.
Yeah, there's a lot of
look at Maury isn't needed.
My great a descendant of mine.
If you're actually who I think you are, yeah, you've got a couple of those around here. This is Isabella. I point to the older toddler.
If may we have words? I remember how they work. If we can have a moment of privacy, and also my companions, us, Marcus, Tipper, Ash, and You see as like Sugar kind of pauses for a moment. And Peggy.
Mom.
And
Dad.
this this is my
This is a
baby
rescue.
Deathclaw Bopper and my dog Lady Luck. They don't bite unless we have to
That's
fight.
not true. Just keep your fingers away from Bopper's mouth.
Like moving children away.
If they're moving, he's fine. It's just if they play dead. We've been training him to.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I know. These people don't know that though. They don't know you yet. Cute as the Dickens, though, huh?
If we can go inside.
Yeah. And I just turn and start walking toward the house.
Tipper gives Peggy a look like.
And Sugar like pauses for a moment, but then starts to follow, dragging the case instead of carrying it. Like it kind of dropped a bit.
Peggy will fall to the back a little bit by Marcus and lean in over towards Marcus. Can I have the drink of your water bottle?
Yeah, you can.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little confused as to what is transpiring.
Okay, so Sugar's a musician.
Picked up on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's an old musician, like before. And he was kind of like in love and gonna have a baby with somebody, but you know, the thing happened and he thought they were dead. And
Yeah, I picked up. He'd said that right before you guys brutally slaughtered that.
Yeah, well, she's not dead. And give me that beer bottle. And so
that's gotta be really. It's gotta be really awkward for you.
Well, no shit. What do you think I need this fucking bottle for? Just takes like a few good swigs out of it and just like hands it back over. Okay.
I don't know. Why don't you keep that? I'll refill another.
Okay. I've been good though, right? Okay. Yep.
I don't think anyone picked up on it.
No, they did. It's fine. Mm-hmm. And we're just bringing up the rear.
She's playing with the Tipper's playing with the toddler on her head.
You can see
Daddy? Is that mommy?
Like this.
We like get to the house and I'm just kind of standing in front of my door. Like I forgot how to open a door.
And Sugar's like still standing like 5 feet back at least. 6 feet, my bad.
You hear back from Peggy. Just kidding.
No, Peggy is just meandering, giving space.
and you can see there are not only can you hear the music playing over the speakers throughout the town, you can see there are several houses that have some of the old posters plastered on the wall. You can see different instruments lying about that some children are playing with, and the whole town just kind of seems to love music. And again, in several of the faces, some of the adults, some of the older adults even, you can see familiar features that you see in Sugar. Just, they kind of look at you as you pass by, and some of them stop and see Ashley walking with Sugar, and you can see some people start to point and whisper and kind of look in confusion as you all walk through the settlement.
Are we gonna be allowed in, or?
I don't move. I just kind of turn slowly and without making eye contact. Just, you look different.
Yeah, 100 years out in the wasteland. It does a thing or two.
Happened to me too.
Yeah, it's a lot to deal with.
I looked for you everywhere, constantly. All I could find was skeletal remains. Anytime I thought I was getting close to finding you, it's just more death. And even when our little girl got older, it just, you know, I thought about when this started happening to me, I thought about leaving her with someone and just leaving in case, you know, I didn't want to put her in danger, but everything turned out okay. But I don't know. I don't even know how to talk right now. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do this.
You have nothing to apologize for. You took care of I guess, our baby girl, and you didn't just build a home, you built sanctuary. I remember when when I got out after the vault collapsed, it took me quite some time to dig out. And you see his hand kind of go over part of his wrist where you can see some of the scarring prior to the flesh decay. And I saw our bus was flipped and saw the remains, the drum kit. But and then like reaches through the vest pouch and pulls out the small dollar bill Maché heart and the little one.
They didn't get destroyed.
No, they were a little dirty and went through a little bit of staining from the last 100 years, but I held on to it. I wanted to know that everything was okay. And I just wanted to find you, and now I don't know what to say or do.
See there where it says our little sugar?
That's why I changed my name.
You changed your name.
I go by Sugar.
I was never able to name our daughter, and I couldn't give her an official name without you. I just called her Little Sugar her whole life, even as she's hit her 80s. I still called her my Little Sugar.
It's a good name. It got me through the wasteland. I played hundreds of new songs in the hope that you'd hear one of them and I could find you. I tried to play some of our old music in the hopes that someone would know. A few people knew of our music, but no one could point me in the right direction. So I've traveled coast to coast over and over.
I didn't end up traveling much after I was convinced you were dead. We settled and started building a new life, and Victoria had children and I mean there was some growth through the generations.
So Victoria made it too.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Mark didn't.
I was looking for you and Mark. I couldn't.
I'm just glad to know that at least you and Victoria, you both deserved. Well, the world. I'm sorry, I don't know what I spent so long wanting to find you to try and start over, but then it never dawned on me that time moved on.
She died peacefully in her sleep of old age.
I never even got to see my little girl.
She looked a lot like you.
But she was taken care of and she was happy and she had music, right?
Mm-hmm. We were able to avoid any of this happening to her, and she grew up a musician, of course. And she passed that love on to her kids.
And it seems like everyone stuck to those roots. I'm sorry.
I don't know how to handle all this either. I'm also sorry. I was really convinced you were dead, like a long time ago.
Technically, I'm half dead.
Yeah. I guess same.
I don't know. Can I hug you?
Yeah.
And then Sugar will get closer, taking only like one step. And then slowly the next one. Then we'll like let go of the guitar case as it hits the ground. The tears running down his face, or whatever tears his body can still produce.
You got something there.
Yeah, tear ducts don't work the way they're supposed to.
I noticed. That's something I've discovered.
Your eyes still have that same glow. So,
some of it's radiation.
It looks good on you.
You still look like you somehow.
I made the joke that even despite everything, black don't crack.
You would.
You taught me to laugh when it's awkward.
Hey.
And then Sugar pauses, then turns and realizes that his companions are like behind him and have possibly just been standing.
So while you are having this moment, I'd say about 10, 15 feet back, Marcus and Tipper and, well, Ash is very large, sticking out like a sore thumb in a crowd, and Peggy and of course Bopper, are just kind of, I don't know, are y'all watching? Or are you kind of looking around, mingling?
For the first little bit, like probably watching, and then it's like one of those things where you just can't take your eyes off because you're like,
it's good.
I think at some point though, like Peggy, like out of awkwardness and like we shouldn't be watching this moment, is like back turned and is kind of doing the like,
I like to imagine Marcus is just sitting on something and snacking on something while he's watching.
Peggy will have
Watching.
Marcus has found a bench that's like basically right underneath the enormous statue of Sugar and Sugar's band. Just eating some dandy boy apples.
Yeah, and Peggy will be making her way towards where Marcus is, like casually.
Casually.
To give the space, like she just kind of has like a blank look on her face, and like there are just gears turning, I think, at the moment.
Marcus will offer her some refreshments when she comes near.
Yep.
And
Just
the
kind of like flops
itself
down
is
and
still
like-
fairly it's still maybe about 30 feet away, so it's still kind of close to Ashley's house. So I mean, y'all are still kind of watching. You can maybe faintly kind of pick out a few words here and there as you're watching this exchange.
If we ever get to the point we can't hear, I'll try to reenact what I think they're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Can Tipper like walk over to Marcus and where Peggy are? She has Renee, and she's like, "Who's Calvin?"
Sugar's real name is Calvin.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I think you were busy cooking dinner when he revealed that piece.
Yeah, it's a lot less.
I was cooking dinner. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Hear all that they're saying?
I keep getting little bits, but I'm pretty sure it's something along the lines of, "Oh my God, I thought you were dead. I missed you so much. We had babies. Oh, look,
Yeah.
they're
Lots
hugging.
of babies.
They're hugging.
It seems like a lot. It's a little creepy, to be perfectly honest. This entire town seems to be one giant shrine.
Marcus,
God,
look.
they're all
It looks
gonna be
just
so
like
stubborn.
Sugar.
I know.
And the
I
baby's
know.
like,
Yay!
I don't know.
it's like trying to reach out towards you, Marcus.
This isn't like an Alabama situation, is it?
What?
No.
Just want to check. Like, can we visually see that? And like, okay, we're good. Okay.
There's no banjos.
like Mardi Gras.
Ashley said,
Just wanna check.
her
there you
bandmate Victoria ended up getting in a relationship, and some of their children had children, and other outsiders came in.
We don't talk about
No
Calvin.
We don't talk about it, but that's not. There's none of that. Yes.
So Peggy,
Oh, yeah.
when do you think you should introduce yourself as the other woman?
Never.
What?
Oh, never. Okay. Just wanted to check, see where the headspace was at.
That's not my. I don't know.
Well,
what
you know,
all
you're
that
technically
is.
married, so this. I mean, I don't. Maybe
Marcus, I swear to God,
that'll
and
even
Peggy will
out.
just like smack.
This is dysfunctional.
I swear to God.
I didn't say that.
I thought he was
Tipper.
dead. Okay, for one, and he's a Marcus.
You mean
And
Sugar?
Peggy's-
Do you mean Sugar, or do you mean the
I think
other
she means
guy?
her husband. But
Oh,
There's like a
I
single.
mean, technically, I guess you'd both be right.
Okay.
Yeah. yeah.
No,
She's
this is a very
got a
stressful.
point there.
This is a very stressful situation.
It is. We're right now standing in the middle of Sugartown.
That's not the stressful part so much as
What?
that's not my place to say anything.
That's
You don't think it's gonna come
understandable.
out?
It might, but it's not my place to say anything. That's theirs.
Tipper, you're really good at human interaction. Maybe
Okay.
you should be the one to broach the subject.
Marcus, shut the fuck up.
If you'd like me
No.
to do.
Now you listen here. That shit has lasted 100 years. They've been loving each other, and you're not gonna get between that.
I'm not saying I will. I just think honesty is an excellent policy. I heard that somewhere. I don't remember.
And it is, but it's not our place. Let them handle it. They got a lot to catch up on, and frankly, at the moment, I don't think who he's been canoodling as a whole.
I just don't want you to feel too awkward about it. I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
that ship has sailed, and I'm just trying to make peace. As Peggy is just like sipping, like you can tell she's just trying to like bottle it in.
if you think silence will be your peace, I'm fine with it.
I
Tipper,
just think it's
don't broach the subject, Tipper.
I just think it's we don't want to cause. Okay, here's my other thought. We're in the sugar town.
Don't you think that we're gonna lose Sugar here?
Seems like a likely scenario.
I mean, would you leave if we, bumped into Marcus Town?
Absolutely, immediately.
Dude, like, we have to find
That
this
would
place.
be one fucked up town. I don't think any of us would ever want to go there.
I don't want to think about that yet. All I'm saying is we just have to let this soap opera play itself, and I don't think we should just, unless asked.
And you see now, you look up and you can see Sugar taking a couple of steps closer towards Ashley. They're looking at each other intently. You see Ashley raise her hand up. You see Ashley raise her hand up, seeming to brush away something off of Sugar's face.
Oh my gosh.
And if at all possible, Marcus, I don't want to mess that up.
Oh, I won't either. I just want to make sure you're okay with it all.
I don't know yet, but I don't think I have a... We'll talk about, well, you know what? We'll play target practice later and I can...
Seems reasonable to me. So Tipper, to be clear,
Yes.
do not broach the subject of what is now apparently an illicit affair.
It's not illicit if everybody thinks everybody's dead.
All right.
Okay.
I won't broach that
Don't.
topic.
Do not.
Okay.
As soon as we get this going, whether he stays or not, we can still focus on getting you that divorce that you're so desperately in need of.
Yeah, see, let's just think about that. Let's just think about shooting Charlie, and everything else will just sort itself.
Perhaps if you had focused a little bit more on that originally.
Okay. Marcus.
Keep drinking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we wrote on the back of your neck too, ass, and she's just gonna turn.
Son of a bitch!
So eventually, Sugar and Ashley would hear "son of a bitch," and Peggy is turned away from Marcus.
Turn back.
One of you is gonna have to clean that shit off because that's not gonna come off.
No, it gets to stay there, you son bitch. You earned it.
How?
Actually, I know it'd be a lot to ask, but do you mind if my companions stay for the night's duration?
Yeah. No, I've got plenty of space. I know it looks like there's a lot of kids around here, but I actually only about 5 of these are your great grandkids. So we all kind of room up, and it's a nice place. Just go ahead and welcome to my home.
Thank you.
You are welcome to bring your friends in. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm sorry. This is it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna maybe 2 minutes.
2 minutes to about 100 years is about a fair transition.
Just to it just doesn't feel real.
So I'll go get them and we'll settle in for a while and we can try to catch up.
Yeah.
And then Sugar will kind of turn, but keep turning back, and then we'll walk back towards the group. All right, guys. If you'd like, we are offered, or I requested, and we are allowed to stay through the night here before we carry on.
That's
You
awful
notice-
nice.
Thank
Sugar,
you.
Are you sure you're going to be wanting to move on though? Sure. I mean, I know it's a lot to take in, but it seems like this might be a place you might want to stay a little while.
If we could just have the night to process everything, it'd be a nice start at least.
You can see Tipper is still holding your
Renee.
great granddaughter, Renee. She's just giggling and babbling in Tipper's
She's
arms.
cute. She's really cute.
Yeah.
She's really adorable. Thank you for letting us stay here. The statue is really cool. And, there are a lot of things I'm not supposed to bring up or talk with you about, so I'm not going to. Thank you for letting us stay.
Good job,
I'm
Tipper.
kind of a fan, a little bit. Also,
Thanks. Yeah, I'm sorry, but come in.
Okay.
Just go in,
And
make
now-
yourself comfortable anywhere.
yeah, a weird realization that I'm actually a fan, and I didn't know that was. Yep. Okay. It's like making nervous.
And after everyone kind of walks, Sugar kind of starts trotting back a bit after picking up the case, going inside.
Oh, you still have your case.
Yeah, it's given plenty of miracles, especially recently. It comes with a new feature now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would show you, but I feel like it would cause more damage than you would like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I don't have my case anymore. I lost it. I mean, I didn't lose. So a while back, I ran across a couple who had this little newborn baby. This was after our little Sugar was a little bit older. And they, I gave them my case to use as a little cradle for their baby, and it was
Yeah,
a sweet moment. But I couldn't get the case back, so I don't have mine. But
I probably should have grabbed it, but
grab what?
I saw a little girl who had your case
You saw my case?
maybe not even a few days ago. Yeah, I don't know how much you know about those rattlesnakes and Scorpius and all those raiders. Anyway, long story
Killed
short,
them.
yeah, we raided their camp, killed their leader, and there was an individual who had your guitar case, and I let her go on our way.
They were orphans.
Yeah. So I thought it would do them better than me trying to carry around your case and my case as well. Hindsight's 2020. Sorry.
It's fine. You don't need to apologize for anything.
And yet I feel like I need to apologize for everything.
Why?
I should have found you sooner or tried harder, or the least I could do is got you your case back.
No, you said no. Like, that's not even that's not what I was. There's no point in feeling guilty. I spent years feeling guilty because I didn't know if I had already found you and you were just part of the dead that I had found, or if I just wasn't looking hard enough.
Yeah, I get that feeling. Every time I saw a glint of red or orange, I wondered if that was going to be your hair on a body or a person in the distance. I got pretty reckless in my search for you. Between fighting bandits, super mutants, several pits of death claws. Yeah.
I get it. Had to do a little bit of that myself.
And yet,
You know.
after all that, I find you in a settlement.
Okay, this took years to establish. Like, this was a long process.
Fair. I'm just glad I found you in a place like this and not among the feral ones.
We were worried about that for a long time, but seemed to be good so far.
Yeah, I think it's the music. It helps keep the humanity alive or something.
Or something.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
But yes, guys,
Just sitting there quietly, like,
I want to speak for her, but this is where we'll be staying for the night.
You guys are, well, I'm kind of like eyeballing everyone else. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. And if you trust them around, you know, and I grab Renee and hand her over.
Yeah, I mean,
then they are welcome to stay too.
Ash is a capable fighter to help protect. Marcus is a nuisance, but a good friend at heart. Tipper is childlike in her own ways. And Peggy's a close friend.
Sugar saved my life.
Yeah.
A while back. So basically, I was getting killed by Yagway, bashed me over the head, and Sugar sang to the damn thing and it stopped. So
that sounds about right.
Yeah. Tried not to fight. Music tends to make most things stop fighting.
That's how I raised our daughter. she was really difficult.
You know, I don't
know where that would have come from. Just Peggy.
I mean, probably like raising a Deathclaw, I would say, give or take. Same appetite. Not the same meals, though.
No.
Yeah. So, everyone's met everyone.
It's nice to meet you all, by the way. I don't know if I'm sorry. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys have known each other for a long time? And you're
yeah, we knew each other before the nukes dropped.
They were together, Tipper.
And some of the music you hear is what the music we played back in the day.
Yeah, the statues and stuff weren't my idea. It was like, so that honestly, that was Victoria trolling.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That sounds about right.
That was and then, like, you know, a lot of the people that live here, they've just been adding to it over the it's paper.
It started as a joke and went too far. That sounds like Victoria.
I'm like preparing food. I'm just like grabbing things. I'm like, you guys eat like food.
You do realize that now Sugar's aware there's a statue of them, and that's just gonna give problems to the ego.
I am not that vain.
We've grown some confidence over the years.
Only a little bit.
I'm proud of that. I'm glad you got there.
Yeah. Look, I could say a lot of my charisma is thanks to you. And a bit of luck.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that statue is going to go to my head. I'm not going to lie.
Marcus, what do you say? Target practice later. Like she just kind of leans in.
Yes, I think there's going to be a lot of target practice.
So get comfortable, guys, and
And you can see there
Got
is
anything to eat?
Yeah, I've been so like this whole time. Ashley's just been like grabbing food and like putting it out. There's like this coffee table, just kind of covering it in a random assortment of things. It's like I don't know what you want, just eat whatever. And I've got like bedrolls and yeah. I just start like grabbing things and kind of piling them into the main living space. Just make yourselves comfortable. I'm sorry.
This is fine.
More than this is fine.
And the building itself is it is quite large. It looks like it used to be an old house at some point, a pre-war home, but it has been patched up and built on, added on to, fortified, and it is a very large home that Ashley shares with some of the other descendants and family members that come in and out. But for now, seeing that she has guests, they're kind of keeping away, letting y'all have privacy at this moment. But it is a quite large house.
It's a lovely home. I hadn't been in something this big since I was a kid.
It just makes sense for all of us to kind of stay together. I didn't like the idea of I didn't want to, be that little old biddy alone. And I know I don't look that, but like,
no, I understand. I get it. My Mima basically raised me, so I like what you're doing here.
I've got enough stamina left to help take care of toddlers and stuff. Might as well hang out and help with the feedings and yeah. I'm glad you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, Marcus, do y'all have like a range or something? I got a new gun and I'm still getting used to it because somebody stole my gun back a little ways. And
I've got a gun. Do you?
Well, I just need to do you have like somewhere I can kind of target practice a little bit?
Oh, you don't need a gun. You just need a place
I've got Cindy Lou right here.
Yeah, so behind the house, you go a little ways and there's like a whole gated off area where we go and do target practice where younger
Kids,
people
yeah,
can't get
awesome.
into it.
Good on you. That's smart. I'm gonna go.
Do you need me to show you?
If you want to walk me, you can. I mean, I know how much you love looking at that statue of yourself already. Finger guns. She's like,
it's like you go out the back door. It's like 50 feet away.
Yeah. I'll be back. Just gonna get everybody situated.
Yeah.
Okay. Marcus, why don't you here, take my bedroll. Can you help make up some of the pallets for us? Tipper, let's help Ashley around the kitchen.
Yeah, I wanna help Ashley out in the kitchen and because Tipper wants to just ask Ashley a couple questions. I just help her out here, clean up or something.
And then Sugar will start to guide Peggy to where Sugar understands the shooting range might be at.
Okay, so Sugar and Peggy are going to go out and around. Marcus, would you help set up the bedding situation? And Ash kind of like throws her bedroll at you.
Ash tells me to do something. I want to fucking do it.
I figured. and then Tipper, Ash,
it's like just
and
through all the food stuff.
Okay. I guess we will start with Sugar and Peggy going around back, and then we'll cut back.
You've met my family, I guess.
Yeah. Sure did.
And I feel like we haven't had a chance to talk about our recent
Yep.
and what that entailed or means.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know I'm normally much better with words.
You only think you are.
That's fair. So like,
Hey. You've been looking for her for 100 years.
yeah,
You still feel it, don't you?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I spent 100 years looking, and I never thought about what it'd be like if I found her. And I think I spent so much time putting my feelings into searching. Those kind of feelings aren't left for when I found her. And that's the part that hurts. She's still my best friend, but that's all I feel about it.
But you...
I mean, think about it. 100 years and some months ago, we had spent getting ready to maybe make a life. She was pregnant, and we are getting ready to have a great tour and decided maybe to settle down. The next minute, we're hit with nukes. I'm stuck under feet of concrete and rubble. I come out and see a world torn to shreds. And the only thing I got left to go on was a folded piece of paper. So then I go year after year, hoping, looking, searching. Year after year, thinking she might be dead, feral, or Lord knows what else. At some point, I'd given up and tried to just end it for myself. But like, then Lady Luck comes in. I never let myself settle, so I'd never grow attached. I never let a place ever be home. I never let anyone get too close. And although I've met a lot of people, I've had a lot of experiences, what you and I did was the first time that happened since the nukes went off.
I mean, mine wasn't 100 years. But I hadn't, since, I lit my house on fire.
So now I feel like I'm in an impossible situation between two parts of who I am, and I don't know what to do with that.
I don't think you can just know. It's kind of impossible, kind of what's going on here.
And I mean, I spent most of my time wanting to be there for Ashley and my little Sugar, and my little Sugar's is already long gone and buried.
I'm so sorry.
every person in this settlement probably only knows me at the simple fact of their great great grandpa who died with the nukes or worse.
All I care. I do. I'd be a damn liar if I said I didn't care. But I want you to do what you want.
I'm beating
you
around.
don't have to decide.
Look, I've been beating around the bush on it, but I just have one question on it. Is there actually anything here for you between us?
I thought so, but if I gotta,
I'm sorry, that's not fair. That's putting too much on you.
If I mean, I'm quite well versed in bottling everything, and if me bottling all of that means that you get to be happy with everything you wanted, because all I want is to see you happy and not want to end it like I did. And if all that I end up getting from you is learning to love myself again, I love you enough to let you be happy wherever you want to be happy. And if that's if that's here, you stupid son of a bitch, I've had feelings for you since I met you. Don't even give me that shit. And she's gonna like kind of march like a little bit closer to the range.
Let's talk tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah. Spins around. What about you? You asked me.
And I know it's probably not fair to ask, but can you give me till tomorrow?
Of course.
And then
I don't want you to rush this. You deserve happiness.
And Sugar kind of turns. So do you. And we'll start to kind of walk back towards the house.
What time of day is it at this point?
The sun is setting. It's actually kind of more like dusk. It's the sky is more of a purple, dark
So
purplish.
it's like my favorite, by the way, favorite part of a Texas sunset is that point, by the way. And if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. So Peggy will walk to where she can see it visibly, like next to a fence, and she will just lean against the fence with her tequila, and she will sip on that and finish watching the sunset.
Meanwhile, inside, Ashley, Ash, and Tipper are in the kitchen while Marcus is just in the other room in earshot of everything, laying out a couple of bedrolls, organizing some of the pallets and whatnot that Ashley got out for the group.
Tipper's just sort of she's still chewing on things, and she's like, she looks over at Ashley and is like, thank you for letting us stay here tonight. You have a beautiful family and a lovely home as well.
Thank you. You're welcome. I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting company, so I just, a little bit clumsy about all of this. But you're how long have you sorry. How long have you been with Calvin?
Oh, I forget. We called him Sugar. My name is Calvin.
I don't think I'm able to wrap my head around that. That's what I called our kid.
I mean, I've been sort of wandering for a bit, but he and Peggy joined us a little bit later on, but we kind of have, since none of us really had or belonged to anyone, or so we thought, we just sort of banded together and traveled around. A few of us had things that we wanted to accomplish or finish off. While she's talking, she's sort of nervously like just putting things in her mouth because the eating thing is still sort of new to her, and it might look kind of strange the way she's eating, but she's like, but it seems to work. So were you guys in love and all that, and you guys knew each other before?
Yeah, very much so. We were just about to settle down and start our family when, the nukes and it. Yeah, but it was a long time ago now. It's almost hard to remember at this point.
Do you mind if I do something? Because this is I have a lot of energy that might wear down too soon. Okay. And Tipper like clicks under her arm, and you see where the clothes stay the same, but her body goes, and she turns into like what looks like a metallic version of her, sort of.
Well, that's new.
Yeah. It's just easier for me to be in this mode.
Jump back for a minute. Tipper, I told you to warn me before you're going to do that.
Ash likes to act like I don't do this every night, but yeah, this has been a long journey. But yes, I am an android, sort of. It's a long story. Maybe one day I'll get to tell you, but it's easier for me to exist in this mode because it uses less energy, and I can tell I'm running out of.
Whatever makes you comfortable.
Yeah, definitely more comfortably a robot. Did you So when you guys were separated for I guess all this time, the nukes and everything, did you think you'd never see him again?
Yeah, there was definitely a point at which I assumed that was it. Probably a good 50 years ago. It was, about the time our little girl was nearing her, mid-40s. I'm like, you know what? I think that this might, she's like, are you gonna keep looking for dad? And I was like, I think maybe we'll stop. I think even if he did survive, of course, then I didn't realize that he had changed either. So no, I didn't think there was any hope of it. I gave up quite a while ago. So it was a little bit of a shock.
I can
hear his
imagine.
voice. Yeah.
And Tipper's going to step just a little bit closer to Ashley, and she's going to be like, do you still love him?
Of course. I feel a little numb. I think it would take time. It definitely longer than an hour after seeing. And it'll take time. Yeah, I love him, of course. But I'm also in shock.
Yeah, I can tell. a long time ago, I lost someone too. And I see in your story, I can't imagine actually bumping into the people I lost again and what it would be like. So, but I do know part of me has given up, but in a weird way, this has sort of given me hope. But I'm sorry if I'm being nosy, but do you want him to stay here? You built like an amazing settlement. This is incredible. There were a few things we were going to take care of as a crew, but I don't understand if he wanted to stay here with you. Do you think you want him to stay here?
I would love nothing more, but I can't ask him that.
Understand.
He's.
Can I ask you another nosy question?
Yeah.
Did you fall again in love after him, or was it only him and that was it for you?
I didn't fall in love, but I didn't stay lonely either.
Very much like Sugar. Very much like Sugar.
Where do you think I learned it from?
I mean, and honestly, he would have expected me to at least, enjoy myself and others when the opportunity rose. So love, no, I've not anything like that. No, honestly, I was over the idea after thinking that I was never going to get him back. So yes and no.
You adapted.
I adapted to the circumstances.
Yeah, Sugar, it's interesting. Well, Calvin, sorry. It's really interesting because when we met him, he was very hard nut to crack. I think I've heard that term before. And he was more of, I don't know, surfacely flirtatious. But over time, I can tell like there was a part of his heart that was unanswered. So what's Ash doing while we're talking like this? Just realized she's in the room.
She's like,
is Ash in the room?
Like emotions, feelings. She's just like chopping, trying to chop things, and it's like with like one of the meat cleavers, like chopping up some potatoes or something, and she's like quack, quack, quack. Every once in a while, she's like checking in, looking over at Marcus, quack, quack.
Marcus is still eating popcorn. Marcus don't think they're right. Well, I guess like one thing I'm learning about humans is you just figure it out as you go.
Yeah, that's yeah. That's what we've all been doing, I guess. I guess now including this, gonna have to figure this out. I don't. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And as you
There was like a bunch of. Go ahead. No, just saying all this stuff is just going through Tipper's mind. Like the fact that they found each other 105 years later, the fact that this, Sugar is tied to this. It's just a bunch of things that are going through her head. She just continues putting together like food items to give everyone else.
And as you're talking about this and the conversations going on behind the house, a gentleman, an older, much older, one of the older people here in the settlement comes in. He has long kind of straggly hair. His skin is very ashen and gray, and comes up, and Ashley, you would know this gentleman as one of your oldest living relatives. In fact, a direct descendant of your little Sugar, her son, Bruno, that everybody talks about. Everybody talks about this Bruno. So Bruno comes in. Grammy Ashley. A couple people couldn't help notice. Pardon me, everybody, for bursting in, but hi. He kind of looks around at the people in the house and kind of is looking to see if he can spot the person that everybody's been talking about. Doesn't see them in the room, so kind of directs his attention again on you, Ashley. Couldn't help notice you were talking to somebody that looks an awful lot like, well, you know, Grandpa Calvin.
Yeah.
What should I tell everybody? There's whispering and lots of people going around talking in the town.
Give me a little bit of time, and I have to do some discussing with some people, and then I will get back to you on that. Just do the thing where you distract them and shiny object over there kind of thing for a little bit. Can you do that for me?
We don't talk about Bruno. All right.
Yeah.
Do that.
Just for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. I'll tell them to quit the gossip. I'll go get after that. You'll let me know, right? Won't you?
I'll let you know what's going on. I just need to make sure that it's all on the up and up first. And we'll have a chat. Yeah.
All right. Well. And you can see just like the sparkle and the smile on his face. He seems kind of hopeful. And all right, pardon me again for intruding. Y'all have a good night now. We'll bow out and head out of the house. And as he's walking back out of the house, Sugar, you said you were making your way back.
Yes.
You will see this gentleman exiting the house, and you can see he's got Ashley's hair, almost the hair texture of Ashley and the posture, but he's quite older. But he definitely has some kind of look about him that looks very familiar to you as he walks past, and he kind of looks over at you and looks at you very, very like studying you very closely in the dim light of the evening.
And out of pure panic, Sugar's like, hello, and tries to walk by him.
Evening, sir.
And Sugar will try to enter the building. We'll keep going to enter the building.
He keeps going, okay, and he kind of averts his eyes and does as he was instructed and continues on as you enter the house. Peggy, you said you were staying outside? Okay. All right, so you enter the house. Marcus, you probably moved some furniture around, got some everything set up. You heard all the conversation with Tipper and Ash and Ashley, and you see Sugar walking into the house.
I'm sorry, did he he doesn't know who you are. I haven't told anyone who you are yet because I don't know what you want to do, and I don't want to like set up expectations for them. It's just, we've been talking about this for a long time, and if you decide you need to go or something, I'm just going to say that you were a random traveler that looked a lot like.
No, it's fine. I didn't say anything either. But I can see the resemblance, and it's very disarming. So I spoke in a British accent.
You always
God.
pull that shit every time you got.
I feel like if you speak British, you sound more confident.
No, I mean you don't, but some people do.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. It's not my fault.
You were the exact same.
I am not. I am slightly older.
A hell of a lot older.
Only slightly.
Chop, chop, chop.
Well, actually, Miss Ashley, I don't want to interrupt here, and I know there's a lot going on and a lot to process, but I do have a rather important inquiry to make. You don't by chance have like a large bowl and water I can use to wash up? Apparently, my colleagues thought it might be humorous to draw on my body while I was drunkenly asleep. And I had some profane remarks on my back of my neck, apparently.
Okay, so
Sugar did that.
I've dealt with a lot of I know what to do, and I go like into the kitchen and grab like this cloth and like this weird concoction, and I'm like, this is something I made up to get, you know, mustache marker off of people and drawings off the walls, and can I just here you like, I don't know if you can see it. Here's a washcloth, here's the stuff on it. I can help you if you want, but it'll work. I swear it'll take it right off.
Well, I don't exactly know where it is, so if someone could assist, I'd be greatly appreciative. I just know it's on my neck.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you look and you lift the luscious hair that is Marcus's,
It is very smooth.
it is very luscious. There is just "kick me" written like in bold, and the eye is like a little penis.
Sure, makes sense. I would do that too.
Oh hell! Just give me the towel. Get over here.
Ash,
Not
I just asked that you be, 50%, 50%.
Just take off your hat. Before I
Okay. Remember,
take it off for you.
Remember, if I say enterprise, you gotta stop. Okay.
Oh my god! Is that the key? That's the safe word. Okay. Take off the hat, and Ash like dips the towel into the mixture and starts like moving your hair out of the way. Actually, it's kind of silky. And then she starts scrubbing.
Bet you wish you took me up on one of the shampoo opportunities now, don't you?
She starts scrubbing a little bit harder. Shut up, Marcus.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Big old red spot where it was like down to the bone.
Tipper, come look at this. And she like points out. Look at the eye.
It's very humorous.
Yes,
Glad everyone-
I hope my friends weren't giving you too much of a hassle.
No,
Ashley.
they're actually delightful.
Don't do that to the face, please.
I already did. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah. They're great people. Don't know too much about Marcus, but
He seems a little angry.
no, he's not so much angry as much as he's just got a lot of pent up aggression.
So he's angry.
If you wash his hair, he's usually fine.
Do you wash his hair?
I don't, but he would probably like me to.
Mm. Yeah, your friends are nice.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like traveling with the old band. You've got the one that's super aggro and aggressive.
It's Marcus.
You would think, right? No, it's the one with the thighs that could crush a watermelon.
Hey, doing a lot of work to get these thighs.
You've got the smart one who also somehow has the same ability to be the most ignorant one of the group. Pointing over toward Tipper. Genius, but also has no idea what's going on half the time. And believe that's what Victoria referred to me as, the smartest dumbass in the room. Yeah. And then, you got the smart mouth, which can also go to Marcus. It's a bit, yeah. And then you've got one that's got a mouth of a sailor. And possibly the most intense one of the group. She's out shooting.
You can hear even now. Sugar says that. Are you shooting, or are you just?
She's probably like at this phase, like she's like chunked a couple of cans out because like she knows there are kids and stuff around, so she's just occasionally there will be a gunshot go off, but she's absolutely just sitting there watching the sun go down, just casually pulling out the rifle on occasion and just like
pop, pop.
Hitting dead center every time. Being
so as you say that, so as you say that, you hear the occasional pop, pop.
Yeah, there she goes. Yeah, we've fought Deathclaw, went into a Deathclaw nest, and fought an entire raider camp and beat leaders of multiple groups. The Desert Rangers got remodeled after we eliminated their original corrupt leader. And before that, I fought another Deathclaw with Peggy was there. That's how we got Bopper. Yeah, I don't know how we're still alive.
It was all me.
You left out the blowing everybody up part.
Yeah, that was all Sugar.
Yeah, and Sugar's not bringing that part up for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Peggy, should we go check on her?
If I'm right, she's enjoying the sunset.
I've been shot at by Peggy that I think giving her a few moments of shooting another target might be a good idea.
At least it's not a mannequin.
That mannequin.
A freaking mannequin.
Yeah, and that's just the adventures in the last 6 weeks, maybe.
Wow. You've done well, I guess.
Well's one way to put it. Yeah, no, I've actually done a lot more than I thought now that I'm like thinking back.
I get out occasionally to hunt. That's about, it's secure enough here. Don't really have to, fight off anything anymore.
That's true. It's pretty sad. It's a nice overall settlement, Yeah, I think I haven't gone more than a week without fighting something.
Sounds kind of exciting, honestly. Mostly fighting marker stains last couple of years.
Yeah, no, there was the time that I almost got my leg blown off when I stepped on a landmine.
Marcus has done that too.
Yeah, explosives aren't our friends. I've been shot at more times than I think I've ever counted bullets in my life back when I was dealing with my dad trying to get me in the military, so.
And that was a thing.
Yeah. Ironic that I tried to avoid doing the military because I didn't want to fight.
War
and now I'm involved in a war on life from everything that exists.
Yeah. No, all you wanted was to settle down and play music.
Yeah.
And all the other stuff we talked about, just relaxing and doing that.
Yeah, that was the goal, right?
About that time, you will hear the stomping of boots across the porch because it's dark enough outside that Peggy's bored.
Yeah, I've got plenty of stories to tell. decades of adventuring. I've been to New York. I've been near the West Coast. Don't ever go to Florida. It's still just as bad, if not worse.
I actually
it might be
expected
better.
it to it got better.
In comparison. Yeah.
Well, I'm still not interested in visiting Florida.
Probably
Maybe
for the
some of the
best.
other places. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been to pretty much almost every continental state that I can reach. Yeah. We fought a robot that shot lasers.
I'm not jealous.
This was not with this group. There was another group. Sadly, they didn't make it
Because of the lasers.
because of the lasers.
Because of the lasers. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
I had to kill a wolf with my bare hands a few years ago.
All right.
It's some of the tearing.
From the wolf.
Yeah, it I managed keeping things together for a while, and it's just kind of falling apart.
Yeah, that was an issue I had first, and then I learned how to tame it before you have to fight it. Yeah, I found out fighting wolves became more problematic than it's worth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so then I learned to tame. Hence my dog and my Deathclaw.
Now, that
Ash like
Deathclaw
sets
is
down the
shared.
bowl. And so Ash sets down the. All right, Marcus, you're all cleaned up, and Peggy.
Yeah, we share that Deathclaw.
Yeah, me and Peggy have been basically raising a Deathclaw.
That's wild. That's
People don't really ask questions if you threaten to feed their fingers to your Deathclaw.
yeah.
Which reminds me is we'll reach into the pouch, pull out a finger. All right, Bopper. And we'll hand it over to Bopper.
His little claws. You can hear the little claws clicking on the very worn wooden floor as he walks over, and his little tail swishing behind him. His little claws reach up, and he takes it. Thanks.
And he
Starts
goes,
to speak.
scritch.
So you've changed a little bit. You would have never touched a dismembered finger ever before. Like, what?
Yeah, no,
What did you guys do to him?
Necessity breeds.
God.
some
I
weird-
dismember fingers to feed Bopper. I carve into yagoys and other animals for their meat. I technically
Don't let your dad know.
Yeah, yeah.
He can't ever. He's dead. He's dead. But like, still.
If he ever found out that everything he taught me actually benefited,
Mhm.
I would never hear the end of it.
Yeah, no.
I have a question for Ash. Does Ashley sense, like, I mean, when you're with a man, like, I mean, significant other, whatever, everything about them, and you can sense when, whatever. So does Ashley sense when he talked about Peggy any sort of like there was a hesitation, like, you know what I mean? Or has that been
100%.
forgotten?
Yeah, no, it's been some nice adventures. It's actually been nice being just out traveling.
I'm glad to hear that you found some semblance of happiness, and
Yeah, and I'm glad to know that, well, you've built a home that you've always wanted.
just the way we always talked about, but with my spin, it's not the crap you wanted to do.
Yeah, I'm just saying, a library full of books for everyone to read is not as bad as people think it is.
I have a library. It's just locked away
Oh,
because kids are dicks and they rip books apart. Okay.
you know
And you
what?
can actually see the Crayola marks all over the table and on the floor of little drawings.
It's not as big as you wanted, but like I do have a little library.
That's fair. And you know what? I can agree kids are dicks. Bopper, we tried to preserve a body and Bopper started eating its nose off as soon as it stopped moving. So I kind of get that idea.
Not that different. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually semi-natural at dealing with it. But everyone's ate, yeah?
Well, I suppose I think that y'all were getting everything ready and prepared during all of this talk and whatnot. So the food is prepared.
Mhm.
And everyone
Awkwardly eating while they're having
Yeah,
this
we're all eating,
discussion.
sort of.
continuing the conversation. So yeah, everyone is finishing up their meal at this point, I would
Mhm.
say.
Okay, well. Yeah.
So do you guys just gonna, I guess, sleep and then are we gonna head out in the morning, or usually make the plans at night what we're gonna do the next day?
Yeah.
I have a random question before speaking of the tomorrow moving out thing. Do y'all ever have to deal with raiders of any kind?
Not that often. Like, yeah. But we've got a
Cowboys or
pretty good system.
okay.
I don't know if you saw near the shooting range, like there are situations sometimes we deal with them, and then we just we've got a burn pile next to the shooting range. I don't know if you saw
That I can get behind. I did notice the
For the
burn pile.
most part, the cowboys and everyone's, you don't have much problem. The cowboy raiders that are based out of Dallas, you don't really have a problem with them because you don't really have any commodities that they deem as desirable, because you're more like a music festival type little settlement, and they're just like, you don't really have anything that they desire, so they don't really mess with you much. Yeah.
It's very rare that they try.
That's good. We're just double checking because I'm gonna go kill some of them probably soon. So
Yeah, that
bounty
is.
hunter.
We got some missions we're still kind of taking care of. They're meaning to take care of.
Well, I mean, I'm going to do that. It's a long story, but I gotta go get divorced. It's a thing. I thought he was dead. He's alive. Garbage person.
And so
Needs to
by
be-
like divorced, you mean like
Yeah. Killed my family. So he destroyed my this. So I'm gonna go destroy him again.
Thanks, Coral, for the raid. We're being raided by Queer Venture Time. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Still need to have you on as a guest sometime when we start doing our little mini series. So, yeah. Thank you for the raid.
But, yeah. So that's good to know.
So you're planning on you guys are gonna head out then probably tomorrow to continue on what you were working on?
Well, I know.
That was the plan to tomorrow. Yeah. Right, Marcus?
Well, that was the original plan, but obviously some things have changed, obviously. So, Sugar, they may need to reevaluate.
They've
Evaluate.
yeah, it's not every day that you stumble into a town and there's a shrine of you in the middle.
Wouldn't quite call it a shrine.
Again,
but
I'm sorry.
I
was
think
all
it's
the
definitely a
comment.
shrine.
It's so awkward. It's always awkward. You know that I hate it, right?
yeah, no, I'm aware. So you can imagine how I felt when I walked in and just saw me
Yeah.
or a version of me
Mm-hmm.
just standing in the middle of a town.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry to me too. So I'm not that sorry to you. Like I have to look at it every day.
No, that's that's fair. They have to look at it every day too. But yeah, no. Yeah, so technically we all have things to accomplish out in the wasteland. And if there's one thing about me that I know that is a fact, I'm a man of my word. And I promised some of these good folk I'd help them get their tasks complete.
I assumed as much.
It's one of those things that I found my calling. In my journey looking, I end up helping a lot of people find peace in the wasteland one way or another. I think I gotta keep doing it.
I don't think you'd like it here anyways.
It's not too bad. It's music, it's safe. But you know me.
Mm-hmm. And I can't leave. I want to, believe me, I'd love to go out and do stuff, but I can't.
You've built a home. It's built around you.
Yeah. And it's lovely.
It is. The music is what got me closer. Music is what helped me find a better direction. So I know music will help this family keep going. But hey, technically speaking, I'm relatively immortal, so maybe I'll be back.
Ooh, if he says that and you know he has no intention of coming back. Oh, that's horrible.
For every intention. For every intention.
Yeah, so come morning, we'll probably be back on the road. But I can say that I'm happy to know you're okay.
I'm happy to know you're okay.
And knowing that our little sugar led to this sweet town.
Yeah.
I think that's all I really wanted to know.
I'm just glad you're happy.
I am. And knowing that everything here is okay. I actually feel at peace now. All my fears are gone. But yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind, I just like.
Yep, totally. Well, this was great. The food.
It's already like everybody's probably already awkwardly like turned
Yeah,
away,
right.
like
Peggy,
Wait, I'm not gonna plug myself in out back.
oh,
plug
let's
somewhere.
go find us some
Marcus
cactus real
is
quick.
just sitting
Actually,
there eating.
yeah, let's do that real quick.
Mark,
So Ash and Peggy, like just grab
Let's go
both
find
of them,
cactus.
grab Marcus by the jacket. It just like
Good dinner.
Marcus. Ash grabs Marcus.
Oh.
We're
I'm up.
eating right. Come on, we're looking for some cactus.
Oh, look, they're the ground. Yeah, let's go.
Outside, Marcus.
And then once everyone's kind of out, Sugar's gonna go back to Ashley. But I always thought that I'd find you and there'd be nothing left of you.
Not totally.
Not totally.
Yeah.
And equally, I was worried there'd be nothing left of me. That I'd find you in my worst state. But it's the music we made that kept me sane. And I will never forget how much you made my life better. And everything that I am is thanks to what you helped make happen. You always were and always will be my best friend in the world. And I just, may I? And everything just feels the same, but just slightly off now.
Yeah, just don't touch this side. Stay over here. Yeah, you're good.
And there's one last thing I need to remember. Thank you for everything. And then Sugar kind of turns to not fully walk away, but to step outside. Just for a little while to be alone.
Outside as you exit. What is that? What are the
We're
rest of the
like-
party doing outside? Are y'all eavesdropping?
We
Or
are
you-
booking it. No, we are booking it. Like
Yeah.
Peggy is the leader, and she's got her lighter out, and they are looking for prickly pear cactus. Because depending on the time, not that time of year. Yeah, no, we're just looking for the prickly pear.
Mhm, mhm.
So they're like, a good little ways, like just
Yeah.
walking. I mean, and they've definitely walked past some and just been like, nope, that's not a good one, and just kept.
Tipper's like, no.
Yeah.
Nope, wrong one, Tipper. This way.
As Sugar goes to step outside, a man, mid-30s, late 30s almost, walks past and kind of gives him a look and then opens the door and steps into the house.
Who is this gentleman?
This is Anton, somebody that Ashley has been seeing off and on for a little while.
Sugar, you see this gentleman walk into the house. So you exit. This gentleman doesn't have, just at first casual glance, doesn't really have any of your striking features, or Ashley's, or Victoria's. Just walks in as you come out, and you can see your friends just off in the distance.
Shoving each other.
Yeah.
Ash is just ragdolling Marcus.
He's just trying to eat his dang
To his enjoyment.
Brahmin leg. He's like,
Oh, can Tipper be trying to coax Bopper down off the top of the statue?
Yeah.
He's up to, she's like, get down here right now.
as y'all are looking around, yeah, sure. As you're looking around for the cactus, Bopper has like just kind of found shiny and is like started trying to climb up.
Now.
Daddy. It's like climbing up the sugar statue.
No. Get a piece of the crap on it.
Sugar is going to take their guitar, plug it into their Pip-Boy as approaching the statue and Bopper, and we'll start to strum gently. And we'll just play a melody. It's a soft melody of a non-released song. From a song that the other person would know is called Goodbye for Now. As it's a soft, somber strumming melody.
You can see as you start to strum this melody, few people that are still awake at this hour, mostly adults only. A lot of the children are in their beds, but some of the adults come out on their makeshift porches or look through darkened windows, but you can see several people are listening and enjoying this melody. Inside the house, Ashley, you are greeted with, as you are normally greeted by this courtier.
Yeah, just like, oh hey, like business as usual. Grab him some food, hand it over. I have friends over. Been cooking. Here's some extra. I'll take you out to meet them if you'd like. They're all outside. Everyone's outside.
He grabs your hand. Word around town is that's Calvin Harris. Is that him?
It's not. It looks like him. It really looks like him. No, these are old friends. They're traveling through. They need a place to stay for the night. And they're heading out in the morning. So just catching up, hanging out. I know he looks, it's not.
All right, well, I'll give you some time with your friends. I'll maybe come by tomorrow or day after. Give you some space till they're gone. But everything all right?
Yeah, like really good. Yeah. Yeah, you can come by anytime. I mean, obviously.
All right, well, he'll lean in and he'll go to try to give you a kiss on the lips. Do you allow it?
It like quick peck, like we're nothing extra tonight, okay? Just like I'm gonna go hang out with my friends.
All right.
I'll see you. I come back tomorrow afternoon. Sound good?
All right. All right then.
And eat all of this food. Just take all of this. They didn't eat it all.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Not then. Just kind of shuffle out the door, all the food.
You kind of like pat him on the shoulder as he goes. Got this.
That was really good. And you can hear the music coming from outside the house, and the rest of the group, you can hear this music. As you are frantically, possibly, maybe looking for cactus. Maybe not. Just
Yeah.
So Marcus, Tipper, Peggy, what are you all doing as you hear the music and everything? Well, Tipper is trying to get Bopper down, I know.
Crap on it.
Bopper finally hears the music and Bopper's like, Big Daddy, Small Daddy. Starts coming down.
Approach at that point, and I'm just like seeing all this happen. I'm like, yeah, okay. Covering up.
Big Daddy, Small Daddy.
Is
Yeah,
we'll
I think
try
at
to.
that point, yeah, like Peggy's kind of just like can hear Bopper and then sees because it's fairly dark, so there's probably just she sees like a teeny Deathclaw climbing around a statue. And so she's just like, we should probably we'll start heading. Okay, so just slowly are making their way towards the hanging out on a shrine to their dad.
And so you hear this, so Sugar plays this music and you see Ashley come out of the house and you see your friends start to approach. And then you continue on this melody until you come to the end. So we're crashing in the house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just coming to check on everyone out here.
I just felt it was right to play at least one song here.
You can see people are like, and as you finish up, people start to clap all around in the settlement. Nobody comes out and approaches, but they're still out on their porches and they're just kind of watching.
Well, I guess we should and then puts the guitar away after all that. Call it a night.
Yeah. I haven't told anyone it's you, by the way. I didn't really want to disappoint anyone.
That's fine, and if you need to, you can even let them know if they need the closure. You can let them know Calvin's not gonna come back anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna stick with
It's for the best. But thank you for letting us stay. So, yeah. But I guess maybe before it officially is over, starts to strum, pulls the guitar back out, starts to strum. I feel like everyone else has got to hear you play too. It'd be real rude to not play one.
Oh my God, shut up. Are you serious?
I mean, strumming. I don't know about you, but I think you should. I do. Strum with me, play with me, tell me what you got.
One of the kids runs over with my guitar. I'm like, okay, okay. Fine.
And we'll be strumming together.
And as you start to play this tune, you can hear other people now hearing a more familiar song. They start, you can hear other instruments start to pick up around the town, real instruments, not recordings. Several people, several descendants of yours in the town start playing music, playing with you. It's very beautiful and it just feels the cool, crisp night air. And it's almost like you're transported back to that very first night, that very first experience that you two had when you first met, when you first played together out in that open field on that music festival. And it just feels very familiar and warming to your souls and just good, and peaceful.
And we're just gonna play into the night. Sugar will.
Ashley does too. She gets into it, takes like a song, and she's like, all right.
And as you play on and you have this reunion concert, I suppose this is where we will leave it off for tonight.
Sugar Cella.
Yes.
Quit giving them things. They don't need more things.
It's obviously called the Sugar Sweet Music Festival, obviously.
I don't need it.
Unless there's anything in particular anybody had planned for the rest of this evening, that's where we will leave it off for tonight. Were there any other?
Just at some point, Peggy will share a little bit of her tequila with Marcus.
Depending how much vodka Marcus has had, he
like Marcus and tequila.
a real rough morning for Marcus, though.
Hide your mannequins.
Hide your mannequins. No. So thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. And thank you so much, Beth, again, for coming and guesting tonight. Really appreciate it. This has been a beautiful session. I absolutely love these stories that you've built. And after this one, we've got four planned episodes left, unless somehow we have to roll over into a fifth. But so thank you all so much. Thank you everyone who rated tonight. We really appreciate you tuning in. We'll go around the room again. My name is April Hill. You can find me at stiletto_assassin on Instagram, stiletto DM on Twitter. And of course here almost every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. On the Initiative Order, where we are playing in the Wasteland. Let's go over to Peggy Sue.
Well, howdy y'all. Peggy Sue, also known as Taryn Hackett, and Val Rook across the socials, a generally creative human, eldritch entity, and cat person. Also a dice maker under the moniker of Umbral Oculus Dice. That is UO_dice on the Instagram. Link in bio for my shop and merch store. I do have a shop update coming this next Monday, but starting tomorrow, I have a giveaway on my Instagram. So be sure to follow me for updates on that tomorrow, as I will be giving away a set of my Circle of Spores dice. So follow, do the things to see that. And every other Sunday coming back in February, Far Realms here on the Initiative Order, a Cult Divinity Lost homebrew where I terrorize my bestest friends because I love them. And lead them through horrible things, and man, do they have something fun in store next time. And then every other Tuesday on the Red Hair Inn, play a Simon role, and she's the sweetest, and you should come watch her. So that's the thing.
So cute. Hey, Marcus Cole.
My name is Justin, and I do play Mr. Marcus Cole. Thank you all for watching, and thanks to our guests for coming in and putting up with us. So
yes,
appreciated.
And adding all the feels and emotions. And I love how you're wearing a Dallas Cowboys beanie when y'all are going to fight like one of the main leaders of the Dallas Cowboys Raiders game. That's gonna be great. Like
Tom Brady's going down.
It's gonna be great. Charlie. It's gonna be great. Tipper. Alicia Marie.
Hey, so everybody, I am Tipper, aka Alicia Marie, and I'm on socials at aliciamariebody.com. Actually, that's absolutely wrong. It's just at Alicia Marie Body. I don't know why I put the .com in there. It's probably because I'm hungry. My blood sugar is down.
Oh.
But anyway, you can follow me on socials where you can find out what I'm doing next. I'm working on 4 different costumes now, but of course everything I do is NDA'd, so I can't say what I'm working on. So I had to move all the naked mannequins over there for the stream, so you guys can't see what I'm doing. But game wise, like I said at the beginning, my next game, besides this, next Wednesday, I have my PvP 1v1 versus Deborah Ann Wall for Champions of the Realm. So I'm really excited about that because I happen to really love PvP stuff. PvP D&D stuff. I know April loves it because she won like the first one ever, the first ever mythical melee. April freaking owned it, man. How many people were in that? Like 20 of us, maybe?
25.
Yeah, April beat them all.
I killed you. I'm sorry. I still feel bad about killing.
Yeah, I know. You're a little lady.
We had an alliance, and then it was like, I'm sorry. You're gonna give me health points if I kill
Long
you.
live Pascal, man.
I mean, if I
Goblin.
remember, Alicia, didn't you kill me in the Mortal Kombat mythical melee?
Oh yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
And you won that one. Yeah, you won the Mortal Kombat one. So you're a champion too. So yeah.
Champions. It's really
Yeah.
interesting because people have their I know people have their feelings about PvP because they're like, wait, this isn't, but the way that they're made is, this is a total diversion, is that they balance them so that we can play PvP and it's all amongst friends. So there's no like hard feelings ever. Like people were like, aren't you, how can you play against you? Aren't you mad at each other? I'm like, we really are not at all. We laugh about it.
We're mad at me.
All I'm saying,
Mad at
the
me at that
moment,
25.
the
When
moment,
I'm stun locking
the moment
people.
that Renee decides that he feels like DMing a cat mythical melee, I am all over that
Stop.
shit.
No,
I
we're not
will
doing
wreck
exploding
face.
cats, the PvP.
Nope, I got the main coon. I will wreck
I am
face.
in.
Let's go. See,
Do it.
see,
Oh, yep,
See?
yep.
Fun.
Renee,
It's
where are
fun.
you at?
All right, Sugar Cyrus.
Oh, hey, it's been a day. Sugar's who I play, but you can call me Jay. Casual. You can find me at just2casual on all social media and casual creativity over on Twitch. Variety streamer, entertainer, professional storyteller, and the best form of entertainment you'll get on this life or the next. Yeah, that's what I'm adding to my tagline because that's what it's got to be about. You can find me doing all
Ronan
kinds
might
of
be offended. So.
He's no longer on the internet anymore, so he's irrelevant. Don't worry, I tell that to his face too, so that's okay.
Yeah, me too, but that's not the point.
You can find me on Necrom Expeditions on Red Hair Inn, playing Corvus, the Drow something being of other. I'm also doing Far Realms when it comes back. I've decided. You're welcome. I'm also doing all kinds of other things, including a Kingdom Hearts experience, and I'm also getting ready for another. You can call it something about supernatural in this urban city that's coming up soon. But more importantly for myself, I am currently writing my own anime-inspired urban fantasy TTRPG called Deep Breath, where the old world of magic is in conflict with the new world of technology. The beautiful impact of all things, where you can fight a dragon, you can have airships. There's even a space station where you can enjoy a bit of zero-gravity experience inspired by things like Cowboy Bebop, Seven Deadly Sins, Code Lyoko, Sword Art Online, where the internet is real, and so many other anime inspirations for this. You can find information on that on social media at Deep Breath RPG and our website deepbreathrpg.com. That's DEEP bread TH RPG.com. All things anime, enjoy stuff like that, and keep it casual or whatever.
Or whatever.
And I'm gonna pass it over to the special guest who actually is next to me. This is not like CGI. This person is right here. This person is awesome.
Trade her out.
Tell me about you. Trade us out. I mean, that's fair, honestly. There's more value over on this side of things.
So, hi, I'm Beth the Bard, everywhere at It's Beth the Bard. I wrote She's the Ancient, a gender bent Curse of Strahd guidebook on DM's Guild. Currently working on other horror D&D content and helping prepare Deep Breath for being kickstarted soon. So
Yep.
that is, like
72 days
full
away.
time.
You said horror.
Nice.
Call
It's
me.
getting close, getting close.
Nice.
Yeah.
Exciting.
So that is yeah, what else? I think that's it.
Oh,
It's a lot. It's
yeah. And then we'll be doing some awesome collaborations coming up soon.
like one-on-one D&D.
Yeah. And casual conversations between two bards. We let you know about tabletop experiences and other talk show topics like that. So, because what happens when you get two bards in a room? Definitely nothing.
You get Satine and Stone Jameson, right?
That's when we get a bard and a warlock. See, that's the difference.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Farther, farther.
Yes. All right. Well, all right. Are we still on? Okay. Yeah. It is. Okay.
Oh my God.
It's like hanging
We're talking to each other. Like, anyway.
Well, I looked at. I was like, please don't say my internet dropped like right before, like as we're ending. So yes, thank you everyone for tuning in. We hope to see you again next week. I have a feeling it's gonna be a fun one for Tipper. So see you all next week. Where we will get wasted. We're gonna go ahead and raid Blackwater D&D. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Au revoir.